All right. Welcome back to the Spring Cleaning Challenge. Today is day 11. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, there is a link to it down below. And what I'm doing for the month of April 2018 is tidying up, organizing, and cleaning my home using a lot of the things that I'm learning from the life-changing magic of tidying up and events that I've been going to, people I've been talking to, other books that I'm reading. I can't believe it's day 11. I mentioned yesterday. Wait, it is day 11, right? Today oh no, I'm sorry. This is day 12. It is April 12th. That's the day I'm recording it. Day 11 was yesterday, so forget what I just said. Wow, time is going by very fast. It felt like this was a really big undertaking and it was going to take a very long time to go through. And now I'm starting to feel like it's whizzing by. And isn't that what we often experience in life? So again, if you're brand new and this is completely out of context, every day in this challenge, I share what I'm going through in the journey of tidying up. And today is piggybacking on yesterday's part of the challenge, which was going through all my body care in the bathroom. So yesterday I felt a little all over the place. Today I also do. And yet I feel a little bit more organized. So to go from where we left off, I actually filled up a tote bag full of body care from the bathroom. And it's probably only like half of the stuff that I have in there thus far. I'm bringing it to my desk. I'm going to go through each one and I'm going to start putting it into a spreadsheet. I talked about this yesterday. So me being a very organized visual person, I find that creating systems works very well for me and to accomplish my goals. So the system I'm going to create for this is to actually create a spreadsheet and put into it all of the products that I have, when they expire, and how to use them. So I think the big hurdle for me, as I discussed in day 11's video yesterday, was that I have all these products and I don't have a system for using them. They just end up sitting there collecting dust, expiring, going bad, and just kind of being worthless. And one of my big goals through this challenge is to be much more intentional about everything that I own, everything that's around me, and whether or not it sparks joy and it fulfills some sort of purpose in my life. Now, all this body care is wonderful, but there are things there that I've probably wanted to use and never have. So now I'm going to decide, am I actually going to use this? And if I'm going to use it, if I haven't used it, meaning it's been sitting there for months or a year and hasn't yet expired, then I'm going to create a system for when I'm going to use it. So this will be more self-explanatory as I start going through it. I am imagining that just making like, okay, I need to use this body care in the morning or this body care at night, and does it need to be used in conjunction with something else, and how many times a week should I use it? Like these sort of things. I feel like just looking at a product, I get overwhelmed by that, but having some sort of a system hopefully is going to help me out. Now, I also know through experience in my life that these type of systems generally don't go exactly as planned. So I'm going to do my very best. And moving forward from this day on, I'll share with you my journey through using these products. So even on days through this tidying process where maybe I'm talking about other trinkets in my home, I'll still share with you updates on body care. So that's one of the advantages of signing up for this challenge. The link is right down below in the description field. It's completely free. When you sign up, you get daily emails from me summarizing what I've done and what I've learned, and encouraging you to do similar things and think about this process. You get access to the videos, notifications about the videos, access to the recordings of these videos, and you also get to join a private Facebook group, which is starting to build a momentum. It's very nice. There you can talk to other members of this challenge, meet new people, like-minded people, share resources, ask questions, so go above and beyond me and into the greater community. So if you're on Facebook, I highly recommend that you take advantage of that. So with no further ado, before I jump into going through the body care, I want to share with you some little life updates because I'm really a big believer in like the holistic perspective. So how everything affects everything else. Today has been a really, really wonderful day. I mentioned it's felt a little bit all over the place. I feel kind of airy today, meaning like I'm kind of bouncing from one thing to another. I don't feel grounded. And it probably didn't help that I just had some coffee, and it's also later in the day. One of my things I've been working on is not having caffeine after 4. I intended to finish caffeine before 4, but the past hour flew by, like sometimes that just happens and time goes by faster than we expected. So right now I'm a little hyped up on caffeine, which has not helped me in grounding myself. Despite feeling a bit airy and all over the place, I did accomplish a lot today. So one of the things I want to share is that things do not have to go perfect. That has been one of the biggest lessons of this challenge for me. So one of the benefits of signing up for this challenge for you is kind of seeing this intimate look into my life in a way that I haven't done on this channel. I don't think I've ever done anything like this, period. But usually I don't let people into my life in this intimate way on this channel. And it's been a really great exploration. I have been learning more and more in my life to just let go, be myself, and not try to focus too much on perfectionism. It is okay to make mistakes, and I want to pass that lesson on to you as well. I feel like so much of our lives can get caught up in this idea of right or wrong, black or white, and that has caused mostly suffering for me, a lot of emotional suffering, a lot of feelings of low self-esteem and not feeling good enough, feeling like a lot of shame in my life. I'm ready to let that go because that's doing nothing but getting in my way. I think sometimes when we identify as perfectionists, we feel like that's benefiting us. We think, well, I want to do things the perfect way so that it can be the best way, right? But I think perfectionism is often the opposite of our best selves, because if we're so stuck on being a certain way that we're not, then we're focused on someone that's not truly ourselves, if that makes sense, right? At least it has for me. It's like, I'm not good enough as I am right now. The things that I'm doing are not good enough right now. And I want to be something that I'm not. And how does that serve me? That does help if you're looking at it for goals. If you want to say, I'm at this level and I want to get to the next level, right? However, if you use that next level as something that feels daunting, as something that feels too hard, as a process that feels almost impossible to get to that level, and so all you're doing is comparing yourself to a self that you're not, right? A future self that you're not yet, that comparison trap, or to other people who idolize and see as a level beyond yourself, that comparison can be very detrimental, and it definitely has been for me. So I think letting you into my life and showing you my flaws and pushing through my flaws, airing out dirty laundry, whatever you want to call it, feels very freeing for me to do, and hopefully it inspires you to know that I'm not perfect and it's okay not to be perfect. It's actually so helpful when you move through all these stuck emotions, these old thoughts, these limiting beliefs. You clear out the mental clutter, which has been the biggest benefit for me during the course of this spring cleaning challenge. And simultaneously, you're clearing out clutter in other elements of your life. You're really examining yourself. That's what this challenge has been for me, is I have examined so much of myself by examining the physical side of myself, everything that I own, the place that I live in, what things look like, and also clearing out all that emotional clutter along the way. I feel like a different person in just 12 days. So if you haven't joined the challenge yet, I encourage you to. You can follow my story and hopefully put some of these things into action so that you can experience some of the magic and elevated joy that I have been experiencing. And so some examples for you today, coming back to my day, is I woke up this morning and committed to meditating. I think today was maybe the 4th day in a row that I've meditated. It feels so good. I have been trying to figure out how to motivate myself to meditate for years, and I've been getting stuck a lot. But as I talked about a few videos ago, a light switch went on Sunday at the conference that I was at. And that was I think that was day 8. And just hearing somebody else talk about their meditation practice gave me an aha moment, and I've been meditating ever since. It's only been 4 days, but that's still a big accomplishment for me, and I'm really, really excited about it. Meditating helps so much with clearing out the clutter, so starting myself on that note helped me stay more relaxed, more grounded, even though today I was a bit all over the place, and just feel more confident in myself. I know this is something that a lot of people battle with, is the confidence. A lot of us want to be more confident. And a lot of times being more confident starts with having more courage, right? So can you find the courage to take the steps and to look at yourself and look at your life and what type of life you've created yourself, and how can you reduce any clutter? How can you tidy up your life in all sorts of different ways? And that starts to get you some really great results. So another thing I've accomplished is I started working with an assistant. Today was her 3rd day working with me, and she is absolutely magnificent. I will probably be introducing you to her shortly. She's also a vegan and a content creator and a chef, and she's doing a lot of great work. So you'll see her somewhere in the eco-vegan gal world, whether it's on Instagram, Facebook, or here on YouTube. So stay tuned, because she is just such a wonderful person and blessing to work with. She's helping me be more organized. So sometimes you need to bring in other help, right? So it's hard to get motivated. So hopefully doing a challenge like this, seeing my journey, motivates you in some way. But having somebody else in your life to work with or hold you accountable can help you move mountains. And so I was just feeling like so many things. I was feeling a bit overwhelmed today. I have this long to-do list. I've been feeling a bit of guilt for not getting to things on time, and just a lot going on in my life. And I'm sure you can relate, because most of us have sometimes too much that we're trying to juggle at once. Having somebody to work with, or having someone help you, be an assistant to you in one way or another, can really, really be wonderful if it's the right person. So this assistant that I've been working with has really helped ground my energy, and I feel amazing after spending 4 hours with her today. And also I got some great personal news today, which I'm not going to share here, but it was a really great gift that I received, and I wasn't expecting, and I felt like the timing was perfect too. So it's actually a really huge thing that happened in my personal life, and the timing couldn't have been better. And I had to trust in that timing. I knew that this thing was going to happen. I didn't know exactly what the situation, the conditions of it were going to be. But the fact that it happened today, which was sooner than I expected, and it's actually going to cause a domino effect of other things I'll share with you. And I being vague about this is just a little too personal to share publicly, but I can't wait to share with you the ripple effect that it's going to have in my life. And I'm just so thrilled, and I'm just grateful for the timing. The lesson there for me is just believing in the timing. You know, there were a number of times over the past few months, over the past year or so, anticipating this thing that was going to happen, and just not knowing when it was going to happen can led me to feel uneasy. And I can feel like a lot of us can get uneasy when we're anticipating something, and just like, okay, like I got to just keep believing, and having the faith that the timing is going to work out. And it really did. So I have a lot of gratitude today, in addition to trusting in the timing and the process of things, but also having gratitude for when it does happen, or the other things that are happening, right? That's one of the other things I love about doing this tidying challenge, is just acknowledging the work that I'm doing on myself, how I'm feeling, all of the things that I have, and being just grateful for what I have, and grateful for the things that I'm getting rid of too, and the purpose that they've served in my life feels so wonderful. So I'm just in a place of so much joy and gratitude. I'm grateful for you who's watching, for participating in the challenge or watching the videos, and even those of you who are just stumbling across this. Yesterday's video, I feel like I've let go so much of trying to make things right and perfect and on, and let go of a lot of caring. And let me tell you, it feels great when you do that. If you've never experienced that, or don't experience that enough, try caring less about what other people think. and take some action around it. So doing this challenge has been a great example of that. I've been very protective over this channel, Eco Vegan Gal. I have another YouTube channel called the Uncensored channel, and that's like my, I don't care about what I look like or how long the videos are or how many people see them. Like, that's just my whatever channel in a good way. Meaning it's like, this is who I am right now. This is what you're getting. And, you know, that's just the way it is. This channel on Eco Vegan Gal, I have for years. By the way, this channel has been running for almost 10 years. I think this is the 9th year of this channel. And it'll be 10 years at the beginning of 2019. I don't think I started in 18, but I'll double check later. Anyway, so this channel, I've spent so much time trying to make perfect, trying to do things right here on YouTube. And the longer I've run this channel, the more I've been like, it doesn't feel good. I personally don't like that energy, that constriction of like, I gotta do this and this and this. Like, it hasn't felt right to my heart. What feels right is doing these type of videos, doing live videos and just talking until I'm done and interacting with people and not worrying about all of the other elements of YouTube, right? And so yesterday's video has received a lot of views relative to some others that I've done. It's simply because of the title. I think the title says, I've been dreading this, right? So it's so interesting to me how people respond to simple things like the way you title your videos. And I guess the lesson there for me has been not caring. And it's like that surprise, like I didn't care how the videos were received. And yet the surprise was a number of people watched them. And it's kind of funny to me because yesterday's video, I really didn't care. I mean, it was like, and again, in a good way of not caring, like I was in the bathroom sitting on the toilet, not going to the bathroom, but like sitting on the toilet seat, using it as a chair and just kind of hanging out, talking and whatever. And so yet that video has received more views than a lot of the videos I've done in this challenge. And I just find like it's kind of ironic that the less you care about things, sometimes the more other people care. And it's fascinating. So on to the challenge. And first I want to acknowledge the people that are watching live, like Rachel and Akaya Maya. I love that username. Said, where's the spontaneity if you map it all out? Ooh, I love that. I might use that as a quote for my email message that's going out later tonight for this challenge. That's really resonating with me. I like that a lot. I think I'm going to. And Debbie is listening. If you're still listening, Debbie, it's nice to have you part of this. Liz asked, do you work out in the morning? Not currently. I am currently off of a workout regimen. And, you know, it's a longer story, but the short end of it is that I struggle with fitting exercise into my life. I'm getting motivated about exercise. I love doing hot yoga, and right now I don't have a car, which I think will be resolved in the next 2 months. I can't wait to tell you guys about this. So this is part of like the personal stuff that's happening. I have been dreaming of a car, a very specific car for a while now, and it seems like a really far away goal, and it seems like it's now going to happen in the next 2 months or less. And I'm so excited. It's really like my dream car. And all as eco-friendly as it comes. And it's just, it's a really special thing for me. So anyways, I don't have a car right now. I'm living a much more eco-friendly life, walking more, taking public transportation, ride sharing, carpooling, whole gamut. And it's been really interesting how that's affected my life. I've been carless for like 5 weeks or something like that. And it's actually not that hard in LA. Again, this could be a whole nother topic, but my yoga studio is actually accessible via subway, but I've put my yoga membership on pause because I just kind of wanted to figure out my flow without having a car. So I haven't been working out as much. My workouts mainly consist of using my rebounder, my mini trampoline, and I do that almost every day, and then walking. So after this video wraps, I'm going to take a walk with my beloved pooch Evie, wherever she is. She jumps in and out of the video backgrounds. And yes, so let's get going. This video is already 20 minutes long, so I'm going to spend some time doing some organizing. I have this bag full of products. So if you saw yesterday's video, whoa, this is heavy. This bag is full of everything from my bathroom shelves. I still need to go through my drawers behind in the cabinets in the bathroom, and just various body care that's spread out around the home. So I'm going to focus on this bag right now, get as much done as I can, share with you some of the process here in the video, and do more behind the scenes, and then summarize that in today's today's email. So stay tuned. Again, join the challenge. You'll get email summaries for everything. And then I'll continue the process tomorrow and hopefully wrap up the body care segment of the tidying up tomorrow. So the other benefit to you guys watching, the guys and gals watching the videos and getting the emails, is that you're going to get access to the spreadsheet that I'm about to create. So I'm going to bring you along the process of making a spreadsheet. How many of you watching live like to make spreadsheets? I would love to hear it. If you like making spreadsheets, just write me with an exclamation point, and I'll know that it's you. So just a quick me if you are like me and like to make spreadsheets. And if you are watching the recording, you can put this in the comments, but you might want to say, I love making spreadsheets too, just so I know. Because if you just randomly write me in the comments, I'll be like, what are they talking about? Oh yeah, the spreadsheet. So if you're watching live, write me with an exclamation point. And if you are watching the recording, write, I love making spreadsheets too. I love to use Google spreadsheets, so that's what I'm going to do right now. I see Rainbow likes to make spreadsheets. Liz likes to make spreadsheets. There's a very specific personality type that likes to make spreadsheets, and I'm absolutely one of them. I feel like some people don't make spreadsheets because they overwhelm them, so I'm going to help you with that process. You can make spreadsheets for free using Google Drive. I do most of my spreadsheets and documents there, although I've also made spreadsheets in Microsoft Excel, Mac Numbers. Those platforms are really nice. And then there's a few others that you can use online or software you can download. I prefer Google Drive because it's free. It's connected to all my main Google account, and it's stored in the cloud, so I can access it on any of my computers, on any of my mobile devices. I can easily share them. So for anybody that's part of the challenge, tonight's email that I'm going to send out for day 12 is going to have a link to the spreadsheet I'm creating, and you can use it as a template for organizing your own body care if this is something that you want to try out. So this is not something I've ever done before, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to make this right now. I'll actually share my screen with you so that you can see, and I'll bring you along the process of this. I see Diane likes to make spreadsheets, SMP802, Kaya, Rachel, a lot of you. So this makes sense because I feel like if you watch my videos, if you're part of the spring cleaning challenge, you identify a lot with me as Whitney, Eco Vegan Gal. And so it makes complete sense to me that you like to make spreadsheets too. And maybe some of you want to make spreadsheets but don't really know how to do it. So maybe this will inspire you. All right. Let me share my screen with you so you can see how this all works. And let's see here. Here we go. So this I'm titling Spring Cleaning Challenge Body Care. And everybody will get a link to this. So I'm going to create let's see, I'll say product name. So in this column, I'm going to put the name of the products, and it'll also have a link to where to buy them, expiration date, and schedule. So I'll start off with these. I always like to, so you get a little peek at how I do spreadsheets. So first row is that. I'm going to center them, make them bold, and then I go to view, freeze row, and that keeps it. And then I delete all the other columns. I make a lot of spreadsheets, so this is part of my process. And now it looks nice and organized. So let's start off with this guy. I will bring this up so you can see in more detail. This is an herbal facial kit from Mountain Rose Herbs. I just got this, so this has not expired yet. One thing I wish is that there was more cohesiveness in terms of how people write down like expiration dates and all that, because I noticed yesterday that a lot of products don't have expiration dates on them. So I kind of have to guess. And I don't think this does either. But this includes an herbal steam, cleansing grains, green clay mask, facial oil blend, and rose water toner. And it's for relaxation, I think. And it's like a DIY facial. This is really cool because this is like eco-friendly packaging. I got this at an event a few months ago. And I'm excited to use this. So what I don't know is, do I use this all at once? Is it like one day? Or is this like multiple days? It's a little confusing. But one of the benefits of joining these live videos is I'll share with you my review of this. So I guess this is like one day thing. So I'm going to create a day for myself. I'm going to look at my personal calendar and decide when to do this little at-home facial. So I'll put this in my spreadsheet. I'm just going to type herbal facial kit. And I have no idea when it expires, so whatever. I'm sure it's still good, and I need to schedule this for like, let's just say a Sunday night. Oops, not Sunday nighty. And also what I'm going to do is find a link to it so that you could buy it too. So this is from Mountain. Here we go. Here we are. So when you sign up for this challenge, you're going to get a link to this, and it's going to have all the products that I'm using. So if you're curious and maybe you want to buy some of these yourself, you'll be able to click on this and actually learn about this facial kit. And I'll send you a review. Maybe I'll put another column. I'll say Whitney's review. And that way you can find out if you like, if it's worth getting. So that's the little process that I'm going to go through. And let me read a few live comments. So Green Dragon asked, do you use Uber when grocery shopping? So I was talking about being carless. I actually have a grocery store right around the corner, and it's awesome. It's a little pricey. I live in an amazing area of LA. I'm so grateful. This is my 5th year living here, and I'm so in love with it. I have this tiny little home, and I just can walk to a ton of stuff. I have the metro 10 minutes away, and a big grocery store, plus a couple small specialty grocery stores, plus I'm just like in the thick of it all, so I don't need to Uber. My favorite grocery stores are driving distance, so I'll go there with friends, or if I'm borrowing a car like this, starting tomorrow morning, I'm borrowing my friend's Prius for the weekend, and I'll do a bunch of my shopping with her car. And then if I'm with other friends, sometimes we'll go grocery shopping together. So it's actually like you get very creative not having a car in a city like this. And I also I'll use Lyft. I don't like Uber as much. I like Lyft much more than Uber. So that's what I use. Like I'm going to use Lyft tonight to get to an event that I'm going to. All right, next in the list is this. This actually has expired. So this, I talked about in yesterday's video how I really, it brings me sadness to throw things away that haven't been used. But a huge lesson that I've been learning through this tidying process is that use it or lose it. Like this has been sitting in my cabinet for a very long time. And if I haven't used it all yet, I probably never will. And I don't think it's great to use stuff like this after it's expired. This expired last June. And a lot of times expiration dates are not fully realistic. So I'm sure this one I could still keep. I'm going to put this in a maybe pile. Got to decide. But I will put this on the spreadsheet because this product is actually really great. It's helpful for clearing up your nasal passages, and you just put this into hot water and it creates this like really nice warm medicinal drink. It tastes really good, and I've enjoyed it on times where I wasn't feeling really good, like when I was having a food sensitivity flare up, or if I was feeling like I might get sick. I really like Herbion for their products. So this is their respiratory. Adding this to the spreadsheet. Can't even type right now. Respiratory care. Okay. And this expired in June 2017. See, creating spreadsheets also puts so much into perspective. Like, I don't know how many body care and healthcare products I have. Like, this list is probably going to be really long, and it's a wake up call. Like, do you need all of this stuff? I talked about a few days ago how I helped somebody else tidy up their home, and it's just so interesting when you're doing it on your own, like examining your own stuff versus somebody else's. You're distant from it. You're not as emotionally attached. And just helping somebody else tidy is actually helping me tidy now, because I learned all these lessons. Like, when you're looking at it from a non-biased perspective, it's easier to discard things, right? It's easier to just make decisions. But for me, I've had a lot of trouble making decisions, which is a habit I'm trying to break right now. And I'm just trying to decide, like, use it or lose it, black and white, right? Trying to get out of that gray area of whether or not to keep something. This has to go in the lose it category, because I think I got this in 2016. It's like a natural hangover cure, and it did expire in 2016. So that is 100% gone. I'm curious though, would you guys like me to add things like this to the list just in case? I thought this would be interesting. My friend swears by this. I just don't get hangovers, like, because I don't drink that much. And I thought this was neat because it's got like herbal medicines. Apparently it's very effective, but it's already expired, so I'm going to lose it. But if anybody wants me to put things like that into the spreadsheet that I'm going to send you through the email list, let me know, because maybe you'll want to get it. Let me go back to the live chat for a second. And Green Dragon didn't know that you can make spreadsheets on Google Drive. So there you go. I taught you something new. This facial kit, is it for acne cleaning? Good question. It looks like it could help because it has an herbal steam, cleansing grains, clay mask, facial oil. I'm not sure. When you get the spreadsheet, you'll have to take a look and see if they recommend it for acne. That's fortunately not something I've had to deal with much in my life. And I feel like I did a video. Yes, I did a video on this channel about natural ways to prevent or reduce acne. So you might want to check that out if that's something that you're struggling with. And Maya said, I'm feeling claustrophobic. Are you feeling claustrophobic in life in general, or was it something to do with the video? Let me know. And Liz didn't know you can make spreadsheets on Google Drive either. It's awesome. I love Google Drive. Huge, huge fan. Liz also asked, do you recommend anything to help falling asleep at night? Yes, there are products in here. I will show you when I get to them. A number of things that are great for natural sleep remedies. Kaya asked, is there an app to scan a barcode and get the name and whatever else you want? I bet there is. That's a really good idea. I guess I could scan each one. So maybe when you're doing this at home, I'm trying to think if that would help the process or not. I'll look into that and see. Right now I'm just going to do it manually, but that's a really good question. And Diane Chandler asked, so agree that teaching brings learning to yourself as much as to others. Yes. That's one of the reasons I love coaching, teaching. I learn more about myself through helping other people and notice things about myself by helping others. So I think it's one of the greatest gifts. Next up, I have a little sample of this really lovely pre-sunscreen serum, which I love the idea of it, but I don't spend that much time under the sun. And I don't know if I would. See, this is the big question that I've had with tidying, is keeping products just in case. if I think back to what Marie Kondo, the author of Life-Changing Magic at Tidying Up, what would she say? I think in the book she's pretty clear that you shouldn't keep anything just in case. You're either going to use it now, use it in the near future, or not use it at all. So I think I should just give this away. I think that's got to be the answer. As I mentioned, one of the other benefits of joining this challenge is that you will get access to all the products that I'm selling and giving away at the end of this. I'll have a whole system. If you want to buy anything that I'm selling, if you would like a special gift box from me, you'll get tons of details about that at the end of this challenge. So big perk in signing up with the link below in the description. So this will be one of the things that I give away to one lucky winner. And this I think expires this month. Or this year. I don't know. There's going to be some maybes in here. What else do we have here? Oh, I talked about this yesterday, but I have to put it on the list. This is really good sunscreen. So I will put that on here, the Kula sunscreen. Now, this... No, this expired last year. I think I'm going to use it anyways, and I'm just going to put this on daily. I put on a daily sunscreen on my face, but since it's already expired, I should just start putting this on every day on my arms and spend more time outside. So this expired in July 2017, and I'm just going to have to use this up until it's gone. This I talked a lot about yesterday, but just to reiterate, if you didn't see yesterday's video or watch it all the way through, how you hold on to all of these things just in case, and then they end up expiring and you've completely wasted them. Like there's so many times I could have used that sunscreen and I used a little bit, used it in moderation, or just didn't bring it, or whatever it was, and now it's already expired. And this is something I'm gonna get rid of. I need like a box, a recycling bin from this. These I will... That's the other tough thing is things like, this is not what I think this is a little container I used for ibuprofen. I rarely ever take pain medications. And last year, it was last summer, I got this really bizarre, couple day cold or flu or something. I think it must have been a flu. My body hurt so bad. Nothing worked. I ended up taking ibuprofen because I could not, the pain was just so strong and I couldn't sleep and it was horrible. So I took ibuprofen for the first time in a long time, and I have some left over, but I think I'm going to get rid of this because that's the first time I'd used ibuprofen in years. So let's go in the get rid pile. This is kind of cool. You can barely see the label, but I have done a video on this brand. It's Organics. It's a stretch mark removal oil. It's really, really neat. I think I got this a couple years ago, and it did expire last year, but I'm going to start using this daily. So that's going on the daily list. It had rave reviews. Organics. Expired in December. And I'm going to put this on my daily list. I'm actually really excited to have a daily routine all planned out for me, because I think that's I get to really see the results of things. One of my bad habits is just trying something a few times and not using it again, and it's really hard to evaluate how effective it is. I think I'm going to get rid of this. And so here's one of the products I recommend for sleep. And let's see when this expires. This expires soon. I think I'm going to give this away to somebody. So who was it? Was it Liz that asked about? Yes, Liz, you have joined the challenge, right? If you stay tuned, I'm going to be sending out, I have a bunch of natural sleep aids. And Naps is a short-term sleep aid. I find I don't need much help with sleeping. Every once in a while I get off schedule and I have trouble falling asleep. But this is really wonderful if you have insomnia or you have trouble falling asleep. It is a really, really great brand. So this is called Naps. And I will put this on the list. Actually, I'll create a separate list another time of all the products that I'm giving away, and some of you can enter to win them. This is a really great brand, and it doesn't expire till next year. Great. I don't know if you're supposed to take this every day, but this is a natural way to help with nasal sinus and eye health. And let's see. Okay, so it doesn't really say how often you should take this, but it also doesn't say you shouldn't take it every day. I might as well just take this because I struggle with a lot of nasal, eye, and sinus issues, and ear too. So this whole area for me will get swollen, or I'll have like my ears get really itchy, or I'll get wax buildup. TMI, but that's the truth. I'll sneeze. I'll get all sorts of inflammation. I mainly react to food. So I'm curious if I took this regularly, if it would help reduce some of those symptoms. Adding it to the list. And Taryn just asked, do I still do the what I eat in a day videos? I haven't done those in a while. They were a lot of work, a bit of a pain, and I wasn't very passionate about that. So what I started doing was documenting the things that I was eating and places I was going on Instagram stories, and those are a bit hit or miss. I'm really trying to just tune into my passions, and there are a few things that I'm unclear about how much of a passion they are for me. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with that channel. If some of you don't know what I'm talking about, I have another channel called What a Vegan Eats, and I created it in 2012, I think, before the whole like daily vlog craze caught on. Like people didn't really daily vlog back then, at least nowhere near, and people didn't do like the what I eat in a day videos. And so that channel was before its time. Like it was started a little too early, and then by the time those style videos became really popular, I wasn't really into making them as much. So I kind of missed, in a way, the wave, and I did experiment with doing them off and on, but they're just so much work. And that's why I do live videos right now, is live videos to me are much more fulfilling and they're a lot less work. So it just makes more sense for where I'm at in my career. Maybe one day I'll do it. Anything's possible. I have a lot of things that I would like to do when the time or energy really feels appealing. So let me add this to the calendar here, rootology. The question too, as I go through all the stuff that I have, is should I, supplements are a tricky thing. And I'm going to put a question mark here. I feel like there's a lot of different belief systems around supplements. People want to send me supplements all the time, and I usually say no. But sometimes when I go to events, I'll receive supplements in gift bags, or somehow they'll just end up in my life. And I don't know what to do with them a lot of times, because I'm curious about the difference that they would make in me, but I'm not sure. I'm not really convinced that supplements are necessary or even that healthy. So that's another thing I'm going to determine through this process, is like, what happens when I take things? Is there a difference in how I feel, or does they not seem to make a difference? How does my body react to it, basically, is the question. So I'll keep you posted on that process as I go through it. Next up, this is another thing I was saving for a rainy day, but maybe I'll just use this tonight, or maybe tomorrow. This is a Epsom salt sleep formula. So it has some lavender essential oils in it that'll help you relax before you go to bed. So that might be something I'll do today. And it's from this company called Ebb Soak. So this also goes to Liz, that it might be a nice thing to do for yourself, is just Epsom salts, or especially lavender essential oils can be really great. And I'm going to try to do that tonight or very soon. Next up, I have a bag full of masks. So I actually put these aside specifically for this challenge because I'm not somebody that really gets into doing like facial masks, all that facial stuff. it's not really a draw to me, but I have a ton of samples from all these different brands, and I'm curious about them. So I think starting tonight, I'm just going to do a new mask every night. The only question is, and I'm going to create another column here on my spreadsheet, is I don't know, is it not good to do daily masks? Is it okay to do daily facial masks? Like, would it damage your skin to do that? I'm not sure. I need to do a little research. If anybody watching happens to know about that, let me know. Otherwise, I am going to do each of these masks and see what happens to my face. So one of them is called Be Fine Food Skincare, and this is a warming clay mask. I also will double check to make sure all this is vegan, because sometimes I end up with products that aren't vegan because they were like in some, oh, this one says right in the front, vegetarian proteins. I might need to double check, but this is a clay mask. And Taryn said, live, follow your bliss. I know that those videos really helped me when I was transitioning from vegetarian to vegan so many years ago. I'm so glad to hear that. You know, I think a little insight into my life is I've been creating content with Eco Vegan Gal for almost 10 years. This October will be my 10-year Eco Vegan Gal anniversary. And a lot has changed over the years. A lot has changed in veganism. A lot has changed in content creation. And I wonder sometimes if my skills and knowledge is best served by helping people transition or learn more about veganism. My big passion in my life right now is actually around money. So I'm going to be focusing a lot of my attention on helping people learn more about money and figure out how to create financial stability and financial bliss for themselves. So many people struggle with it. Almost everybody I meet struggles with money in one way or another, and it's a big pain point. And it's something that was painful for me in my childhood and a lot of my adult life, and it still feels painful from time to time. Finances and money are challenging, and I'm on a mission now to actually help people that are vegan and wellness in the wellness world learn how to make more money and to spend their money more wisely and all those things. So that's a little peek into a huge part of my life. I think Eco Vegan Gal will continue for at least a while, but it'll be in the form of just these live videos. Like I said, I love doing live videos, and if I can inspire people and educate them through live videos, great. I don't think that blogging is something that I want to do, at least not right now. So it makes me a little sad because I would do it all, right? But it takes a lot of time and resources to try to do it all. And there's some people that are better than it than me. So why don't I let the people that are passionate about it and experts at it take that role? And it's really interesting when you make those shifts in your careers, right? There's a bit of nostalgia and sadness, letting go of something that you've loved for so long to move on to something that serves you and other people in bigger and better ways. So that's kind of where I'm at in my career. And it honestly, it feels really good, but there's part of me that feels a little sad because I want to do it all. And Kaya said, if you do the mask every day and something good or bad happens, it may be difficult to know which product did it. Great point. So yes, that is tricky about taking things daily or doing things daily, as it's harder to see the results of one specific thing. But we'll see what happens. I'm curious. I've got a few masks from Acure, so I'll put this in the list. I think these are the type of masks that so like the Be Fine one is an actual liquid mask, I think, and you put it on your face, whereas these are actual masks where, here, you can see, point of reference. They're like the white sheets that you lay out over your face, and they have the cutouts for your eyes, and you look really goofy wearing them. I know that's very popular, and I think that in countries like Japan, I'm not positive this is an accurate statement, but I'm pretty sure that a lot of people use them daily. So I'll do a little bit more research about this. And thank you to both Liz and Diane for your sweet words. I appreciate that. So I'm feeling a little bit tired. I want to go get some outdoor time and get ready for this event that I have tonight. I will probably document it on my Instagram. I'm going to this really neat vegan dinner, it's like a for charity and like some high end. I honestly don't really know what I'm getting myself into. So depending on the environment, I'll document it on Instagram. And if not, then I'll maybe share about it in day 13's video tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. I do these live videos for this spring cleaning challenge every day at 5. So you can tune in, have conversations with me, meet other people, ask questions, learn, just hang out with me, make it a virtual hangout session. And again, if you sign up for the challenge, which is linked to down below, you'll also get access to the spreadsheet that I'm creating, all the products I'm mentioning. You'll get notifications, summaries, all sorts of things are packed into this challenge, really to just bring you into my life on a more intimate level and inspire you to do some of this challenging, try some of these products, all the ripple effects that this challenge has. I hope that you'll be part of it. And also you might even get to acquire some of the things that I'm giving away at the end of the month. So there's tons of benefits to being part of this challenge. And I'm grateful to each and every one of you for being here. You're holding me accountable because I'm doing these videos every day. I'm forcing myself to tidy even when I'm tired or don't feel like it. When you give yourself some sort of accountability, it helps tremendously, and I encourage you to do that too. And that's it for today. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate you once more. If you have any questions, you can comment on the videos. You can send me a private email. You can jump into the private Facebook group and ask me questions there or ask the groups questions there. That Facebook group is really whatever you want to make it. So I hope that you'll take advantage of that resource. And I will see you tomorrow at 5. Bye.